Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japan, what a
What's up,
sight.
faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes booze Japan in the news. But not this time. This time, we are interviewing cool people who are doing awesome things here in Japan. And today, we're very lucky because we have a legend, I guess not in the studio, we're actually in a karaoke booth, so it sounds a little bit echoey. I apologize sincerely. But yes, we are here with a legend here in Tokyo. We're here with the one and only Jenn Barr. And Jenn Barr is a legend because she is a Mahjong master. And not just a Mahjong master, she is a professional Mahjong player here in Japan. And if you don't know what Mahjong is, you're going to learn. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy this action-packed episode. Jenn Barr, welcome to Got Faded Japan. It is so good to see you.
Thank you for letting me weasel my way onto the show.
Weasel your way onto the show. Oh my goodness. You haven't seen any of the previous episodes, have you? Okay. Before we move forward and we talk about you, what I really want to do is I want to give you a gift. It's my new thing. All guests that join Got Faded Japan for an episode gets a gift. And this gift here is money. No, I'm joking. Nobody gets paid, not even me. But what I do have for you is a Naka Brooklyn tote bag.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yes,
I love
yes.
skulls.
You love skulls?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is my design. This is one of my companies, the SPILT Inc. And yeah, I designed this. If you look at it, it's a skull, but if you cover the skull up like this, it's also Meguro River with the sakura coming over the edges right there. So you got Meguro River right here. And Meguro River, for those who don't know, is right over there. So this is for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show.
I brought you a gift as well.
Are you serious? Oh my
A
God.
copy of my book.
Oh, happy birthday to us.
So I'm going to sign it. It's
Oh my
Johnny
God.
with an H?
Johnnny.
Okay.
I hope.
So this is the second edition of this book. The first one was published in 2009, and we decided to do a renewal. So I made like 2,000 changes and added 100 pages.
Oh my goodness.
So this is like the book.
This is the book.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, your kanji is great. I knew it. I read your bio.
That's my nickname, Seo Yasha. So like Western. Well, I did write Yasha, but it kind of looks like John.
That is fine. That is fine. Oh my gosh, we are definitely going to talk about your book. This looks amazing. Oh my goodness.
The cover is amazing. The artist is so cool.
Very cool. Very attractive. And yeah, I can't wait to get into this. Actually, I am a reader, believe it or not. A lot of people don't know that, but I read all the time. I've got a couple. Maybe, no, not today. I can't brag. But yeah, this is fantastic. I'll definitely read this. So this book is about Mahjong, and you are a professional Mahjong player.
Right.
Am I pronouncing it correctly? Is it Mahjong or Mahjong?
I usually say Mahjong.
Mahjong?
Yeah, but everyone has different pronunciations, and in different languages it's pronounced differently. In Europe, some countries say Mahjong.
Mahjong.
So
Mahjong.
Yeah, so
that sounds so French. Mahjong. Oh, fantastic. That's great. So, all right. Now, I am so interested in Mahjong because, okay, my story with Mahjong, when I first came to Japan, I did a homestay, and my friend's father, who passed away, so I can tell this story, he owned, him and his family owned a lot of apartment buildings, and in one of the apartment buildings, they had a soundproof, like, room, right? Mm-hmm. So it was like an apartment that was soundproof, and on every Saturday and Sunday, all day, all these very old guys that are probably all dead now, they would go in there and they would play Mahjong from early morning to late at night, and they would just like drink coffee or probably tea and just smoke pack after pack after pack of cigarettes playing Mahjong. And I had to deliver something to my friend's dad, so I went up to the door and I knocked. And he let me in. He's like, "Oh, Johnny, you want to play some Mahjong?" And I was like, "What's Mahjong?" And then he kind of loosely explained it, and he asked me for 2,000 yen. So I gave him 2,000 yen. I sat down, and then he played a hand for me while I just sat there. And then he's like, "Oh, you lost. Go." And I'm like, "Oh." I think I just got swindled. So that is my experience playing Mahjong. And so what is your experience? How did you get involved in Mahjong?
I mean, yeah, that's a pretty typical experience, I think.
Really?
I can play my own hands now. So.
Oh my gosh, I don't even think I was wearing my glasses. I probably couldn't even see the little kanjis.
So I went to college here. I transferred to Sophia University my sophomore-ish, junior-ish year. I had like a lot of credits coming out of high school, so I don't really know. I wasn't exactly on the same timeline as everyone else, so I just transferred in kind of randomly. And there was this guy that I was hanging out with near my house who had just graduated from university. And I think we were watching Rounders, the poker movie. I had never really played poker before, but I played blackjack a lot in Seattle when I was in high school. They had card rooms that 18-year-olds could go into.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure Seattle doesn't mean Las Vegas?
No, in Las Vegas you have to be 21, but there are a lot of card rooms like in the bowling alleys that you could go play blackjack. So I was playing blackjack all the time. And he said, well, if you like blackjack, you should try Mahjong.
It's almost the same, right?
It's way more fun, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was like all the games were the same, basically. If you're, you know, like there's money involved in it, basically the same. But there's a lot of difference between if you're playing against the house or you're playing against other players. You know, similar to poker. And I just was like head over heels for this guy. So I was okay, teach me. You know, then we can play together. And he's like, nah, it's too hard. I don't want to teach you.
Wow.
So I went, I rode my bike to the bookstore, and I got a book on how to play Mahjong. And I learned how to play. I made, like, there's a lot of hand patterns that you have to memorize, so I made cards, like flashcards with all the hand patterns, with all the kanji for the hand patterns and what they required and things like that. Finally, I learned, I think I got to play with him twice, 2 or 3 times, before he got a girlfriend and dumped me anyway.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least he gave you the gift of Mahjong.
Yeah, so then I decided that I loved Mahjong so much that I was going to go pro. And I joined like clubs, like a university club.
Wow.
So a lot of different university students. I was the first girl actually to join that club.
Oh, congratulations.
And,
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and a couple more joined after, but one of my friends in that club had a sister who was in the Japan Professional Mahjong League. So she like came as like a guest for our game, talked about being a pro, and then afterwards she asked me if she would like, if I would like her to introduce me to the league. I said, hell yes.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah, so then that's basically what happened. And
wow.
then they invited me to join. I had to take a test and stuff, but...
You had to take a Mahjong test?
Yeah, Mahjong test and interview, and you have to actually, like, play. It's like a written test.
Really?
And then you have to, like, play a tournament as well.
Well, that's amazing. Now, okay, forgive me for my ignorance, but when you are amateur and you make the jump to pro... Like, how long do you have to play amateur?
There's really no limit. As long as you can pass the test, then you can join. So, I mean, some people... I think I was learning for about a year before I took the test.
Wow.
And they had invited me to come to, like, special study sessions for the league because they wanted me to join the league at that time. And also my friend Garth, who joined with me. He actually lives near here. So we both joined at the same time.
Oh, Garth.
Oh, you might know him.
I know a lot of people in this neighborhood. It's bad. I go to a lot of bars.
Yeah, so does he. So you've probably seen him around, actually. But we had met on a TV show. We were working on Smash Station together.
So wait, you're on TV because of Mahjong?
No, I was doing TV work before Mahjong. So I went to Sophia in 2002.
Oh, wow.
Before that, I was in Osaka.
Oh, wow, that's when I came here.
Yeah, so the same.
Wow, that's weird.
We're like, Japan, coming to Japan twins. So, yeah, I was working in a lot of agencies, so I was like doing extra work and like reenactment.
Oh, okay, so you're like modeling and acting and doing stuff like that and commercials or whatever.
Yeah.
Back then, it was weird. If you're a foreigner, it was so easy to get like a commercial. Like, I was on this commercial called KW. I was walking down the street and stuff, you know, and well, it's a long story. It's about me. But anyway, yeah, I was on TV once. That was kind of cool, kind of weird.
Yeah, so I did that a lot, and I had a few kind of semi-regular roles. And like Smash Station, they just had a bunch of foreign girls sitting behind Katori Shingo. So I was one of those, and Garth was his English teacher. And so we just kind of, I think the staff saw that I had like a Mahjong strap. And they said, oh, Garth likes Mahjong. He's going to show up soon. So they introduced us. So he started coming to the high school, or not the high school, the college club, even though he was well beyond college. But
oh, very cool, very cool.
yeah, so then when I was going to join, he said he wanted to as well. And so I brought him along when I was meeting with the people in the league.
Awesome. And for people that just don't know too much about Mahjong, can you give us like the foundation of Mahjong?
So it's a lot like Rummy. So usually when you say Mahjong, people think of the matching game on the computer. It's like goes by a lot of names, Taipei or Shanghai. I mean, that's like playing solitaire with a deck of cards versus playing poker with a deck of cards. So Mahjong, you use the same tiles, but you have 4 people, and there's 3-player versions as well. And you have 13 tiles in the Japanese version. So, and a winning hand is 14 tiles. So you need 4 sets of 3 and 1 pair. And the sets of 3 can be 3 of a kind, or they can be a sequence, like 1, 2, 3. So you just have to build a hand like that. Basically.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's kind of like, in an odd way saying it, it's kind of like Rummy and dominoes together, because you don't use cards, you use actual dominoes, or not like dominoes, tiles, but tiles. Sorry. Wow, that is fantastic. Excellent. So you've been a professional Mahjong player for how many years?
Since 2006, so we're coming on 20 years now.
Oh my goodness. Wow, you are like a legend.
I mean, I would never think of myself that way, but I've been around, at least in professional Mahjong, longer than any other Westerners.
Wow. Are there a lot of Western or international people involved in Mahjong in Japan?
In Japan, it's growing. Of course, the Japanese population is just huge, because in 2018, they started M League. So it's like, J League is the soccer league. So they started M League, which is the Mahjong league.
Oh, I get it.
They got like big sponsors, and they're on Abiman TV.
Wow.
And they have like huge viewership. It's just massive.
Wow, and, really?
Yeah, like millions. So then it started to really like take off again. It was big like in the 80s and 90s, and then it kind of like, simmered down a little bit, and then with M League it just blew up again.
Wow,
so
great.
The population is huge and growing in Japan. And M League has filtered outside of Japan as well, so there's a lot of people outside of Japan that are learning Japanese style Mahjong. There's a lot of apps that have gotten popular and people are streaming them. And we have the World Reach Championship, which is happening in Tokyo in like 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You should be like practicing.
Oh man, we are streaming like daily, and we're doing so much to prepare for it. So we're going to have English commentary for the whole event for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah, the World Reach Championship has been around since 2014. We had an event in Paris.
Wow.
And then in Las Vegas.
Of course.
And then in
Vegas.
Vienna. And this is the first time it's come back to Tokyo. Wow. So, and so we're having... It's always like, I think about half Japanese people are participants, but the population has grown so much that now they have qualifiers outside of Japan. So I think the first year it was basically whoever signed up from the country that they were from. And it was maybe a little bit more complicated, but basically, if you wanted to go and you could afford the trip, then you could play. And now, so many people want to play that we have qualifiers, and there's quotas for each country, and I didn't even qualify this time. I played in everyone before. But,
what?
But I'll be ready.
You're the OG.
Yeah. I just don't win enough, but it's mostly love of Mahjong for me, and I would rather win, but... we're going to be doing English commentary. I'm going to be running all the English commentary and setting up the schedules for everybody and things like
that's
that.
Cool.
So
You're
it'll
still
be really cool. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. I had no idea. I mean, I knew Mahjong was big, but I had no idea it was that big. That is really impressive. Oh my goodness. And so being a pro, you can do a lot of traveling to all these different places. Do you travel all over Japan?
I used to a lot more. So like you can get called to Mahjong parlors as guests. So I've been to Kyushu, to Hokkaido, to Shikoku, everywhere maybe except like Okinawa.
Oh, well, there's always the future.
As a guest. So they bring you out and you play for about 8 hours.
Wow,
with
8 hours.
It was maybe between 6 and 8 depending on the parlor.
You are light. like, wanted.
You are liked, wanted, and loved. You are liked, wanted, and loved.
If you want to get off the beaten path at Tokyo and have an unforgettable experience in Japan, well then, Gamuso welcomes you. Have a drink, enjoy a conversation, and make new friends with the locals at Gamuso. Gamuso provides fun and entertainment of all kinds, from live bands, stand-up comedy performances, to art exhibitions. There's always something exciting happening at Gamuso. Gamuso is located in the heart of Tokyo and just a comfortable 3-minute walk from Asagaya. So come on down to Gamuso. We look forward to meeting you. Whoa! Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the SPILT, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my two other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these two things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock. So, like, okay, I come from a long line of gamblers, okay? Like, my gambling story is crazy because I am the worst gambler in the world, like, so bad. Whenever I gamble on a game, I lose. No matter what, I lose. I'm so bad. I went to Vegas in college, lost everything, right? But when I gamble on myself, I win. So it's a good trade-off, I guess.
Yeah, that's more important for sure.
Yeah. But, like my brother was a long time, not professional, but kind of professional poker player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he played poker like all day. Like I'm from Detroit, right? So like we got casinos there. So my brother would just like be in the casino for like a weekend or for a couple of days playing poker. Is Mahjong the same thing where you could play like a game with 4 or 3 other people for like 2-3 days?
Well, a lot of the parlors are basically open 24 hours. The thing is, with Emily, things have changed a lot. Mm-hmm. So the image of Mahjong in Japan used to be like a lot of gambling, a lot of smoking, a lot of drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Now they have Kenko Mahjong, they call it, so healthy Mahjong.
Healthy Mahjong? Oh, that's good.
Because, of course, the sponsors can't be associated with anything that has to do with gambling, and they prefer to stay away from the drinking and smoking.
Unless it's Asahi Super Dry, right?
Yeah. I mean, they don't, of course, the players aren't banned from drinking. Mm-hmm. But while you're playing, you're very professional. You're wearing a uniform or a suit, basically. So now they have Kenko Mahjong, which is no gambling, no smoking, no drinking.
Okay, that's cool.
So, but you can go in and just sit at a table with 3 other people. They usually have at least 3 staff members available, so they can fill the table until another customer comes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And I think those are mostly not open 24 hours, so it's more of a different times.
Well, that's really interesting. Now, Okay, like, all right, now, I don't play poker, but I have seen poker on TV and on, YouTube or whatever, and sometimes people try to throw off their opponent by wearing their sunglasses upside down or wearing, like, weird stuff. Is it the same thing in Mahjong?
Not in the professional circuit. It's, like, really different in that aspect. So I actually play a lot of poker, too. Mm-hmm. So when you, like, talk about your hand and you say, you don't know if you're telling the truth or not. Mm-hmm. In Japanese, we call that shamisen.
Bluffing.
Yeah, so basically bluffing, but you're not sure. Yeah, it could be bluffing or it could be the truth. And shamisen is not allowed in professional mahjong ever.
Really?
So if you're playing with
bluffing.
Friends, if you're playing with friends, then you can. Mm-hmm. But you can. There are ways you can bluff, like how you call the tiles. Mm-hmm. Make it look like you're going for a certain hand when you're really going for a different hand. Mm-hmm. But it all has to be like in the fair play. There's no like talking about your hand ever. And so in that aspect, the culture is really different than poker.
Wow, interesting. It's more gentlemanly, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to really bring it to professional standards, so more like chess and shogi.
Really? Okay.
As far
Shogi's
as the atmosphere goes, yeah. Yeah, everyone has to wear a suit, and I hate
you
suits.
gotta wear suits.
So I don't wear
suits
suits.
too.
But,
suits. Yeah, I sometimes I wear a flannel shirt and I button it up, but yeah. So that is very interesting. So, okay, how can somebody get involved in Mahjong? Like, let's say somebody's like listening to this or watching this and supporting us on Patreon, wink, wink, and they want to become like involved in Mahjong. What would you recommend?
Well, there's tons of apps that you can learn on. There's like Discord servers, so start by buying the book.
Oh, wow. Where can people buy the book?
On Amazon. It's published in America. So if you want a physical copy, it has to be American Amazon or the publisher, Huntington.
You got to be on their podcast.
Yeah. So Huntington Press Publishing out of Vegas published it. You can order it directly from their website.
Wow, cool.
Or if you're in Vegas, they have like a display at the store apparently. I haven't been since it came back out, but yeah.
That is so awesome. Wow.
And like there are different parlors that carry it, and sometimes I do sales for like discounted sales for mahjong clubs. So if you have like a club near you or something, then they can make a club order, and then I'll just sign them all and send them off. But there are live clubs pretty much in every country. So if you just do basically a Google search and search for Reach Mahjong, so the Japanese style is called Reach because there's a hand called Reach. You say Reach. And if you know how to play other styles of mahjong, it's pretty easy to transition into Reach as well. There are different rules that make it like more defensive and things like that. But I went to Taipei last month, in April, and they invited me to play Taiwanese mahjong, which I did. But they said, all right, let's have a Reach mahjong night since you're coming. And they said, you're probably going to have to teach because nobody here plays Reach. But we went, and 30 people showed up that knew how to play Reach.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was everybody. There's a club basically everywhere. There are other cities in Taiwan even that have Japanese-style mahjong clubs. I know in Seoul there is. All over America, there are mahjong parlors in New York, LA, San Francisco.
Oh yeah, definitely San Francisco.
And there's clubs. There's clubs also they don't have their own parlor, but they have clubs in like Seattle and stuff. So traditionally there would be like parlors where they're playing Chinese styles of mahjong. It could be Taiwanese mahjong or Shanghainese or Hong Kong or something. But there's a lot of Reach specific or Reach central clubs popping up now.
That is really, really cool. Now, speaking of online, like there's online poker, well, there's online all games, right? Do you, to practice, when like maybe in the morning or in your free time at home and stuff, do you practice playing online?
Yeah, I play online a lot. I play in online leagues. So there's an American Reach Mahjong League.
Wow.
That I play in. And I play my league, the Japan Professional Mahjong League, actually has an online platform called Ronron. So you can get on there and like all the pros have IDs, so there's always professionals online playing. I play on Mahjong Fight Club is a Konami game.
What?
Yeah.
Mahjong Fight Club. I'm in. I'm so in.
Yeah,
wait, what are the rules of Mahjong Fight Club? Like the first rule is you don't talk about Mahjong Fight Club?
I guess we have to move on to the next subject. But
all right. So I got lots of questions.
No, but it's like a video game at the they have consoles at the arcades. So I was actually a character in that until March.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Yeah, and Garth
so
is still a
cool.
character, but I'm still also a character in the phone app. So there's like 3 versions of Mahjong Fight Club. And
That is dope.
Yeah, so I play on the phone app with my little avatar, my pro avatar. A lot.
Oh, you gotta be you.
And then, and I play, basically, if people invite me to play online. I mean, I can't stream certain games because of my contract with Konami, but I stream that game, and I stream the online game, Ron, that our league owns.
Wow, that is great. That is great. And are there like any like super rivalries or anything regarding Mahjong? Like, for example, do you have like, not like an arch enemy or something, but there's that one person you're like, oh god, I gotta play this dude.
I mean,
Oh,
Garth.
Oh, Garth, yes, Garth. I'll see you at the bar tonight.
Yeah, he'll be there. So Garth and I have always been, I would say in Japanese, it'd say shinyu akuyu.
Oh.
So
What's that mean?
that means best friends, bad friends.
The
So,
best
like,
of enemies.
Yeah, so you're best friends, but also on the table we're like rivals, basically.
You shoot to kill.
So yeah, we've done like tons of shows together. Right now we're doing an international news show in Japanese
Super cool.
on our league's YouTube channel, and he's gonna be doing the commentary with me as well. So for almost 20 years basically we've been playing Mahjong together, and they always like pick the 2 foreigners, so we're always kind of paired up together for things. Yeah, so we're like family now, and I always want to beat his ass at the table.
Nice. Garth, you better watch out, bro. Better watch out, bro. Oh my goodness. And let's see, so what is like the typical routine for you as a professional Mahjong player? Do you just wake up and play all day, or what's it normally like?
Yeah, it's really changed a lot, like depending on what phase I've been in. So I used to actually run a parlor. I was like the face of the parlor. So when I was doing that, I would wake up and go in at like 9 a.m.
Oof.
and stay until like 6 p.m. just playing Mahjong. at
Oh,
the
okay,
parlor
that's
all day.
cool.
And then after I got off, I would go play Mahjong Fight Club and maybe play the online game at home later that night. I played a lot of online poker at that time as well.
Well, you gotta take your mind off things.
So that would be like weekdays, and then weekends are the professional tournaments. So there are a lot fewer back then, so sometimes I would work on weekends as well. But now there's tournaments like almost every weekend, and some weekdays too. I'm playing today.
Are
at
you really?
6 p.m., yeah.
And you're wasting your time with me?
No,
with us?
I'm here until I'm free until 6 p.m. when my game starts.
Oh, this is gonna be a long podcast. Oh man! And now, is there a demographic or a typical demographic of a Mahjong player?
Like salarymen. a lot.
Business people?
Yeah, the business people. In the West, outside of Japan, it's more like weebs.
Weebs?
Yeah, so anime fans, manga fans. Because a lot of people get into it through games and manga. There was a really famous anime that had a fan sub called Akagi that a lot of people got into. And a lot of people watch streams of other people playing. The game Like a Dragon has mahjong tables in it, and Final Fantasy XIV. And you can actually play against other people live within the Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, so a lot of people got into it through those type of games. So it's really it's less like business people and more people who love Japan. And then it's kind of spread in Europe. It was traditionally more people who were really into board games. You know, in Northern Europe, Scandinavia area, it's dark for so long that lots of people love board games up there.
Yeah, I lived in Finland for a minute.
Oh, really? Yeah, a lot of people
Suomea.
from Finland playing.
Yeah. Backgammon, that's my game.
Right, yeah, backgammon. I know a lot of people who play backgammon too in Japan.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Introduce me, please.
Okay.
I only play with my Romanian friend.
Okay, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty good. I'm not pro though. I'm not pro. I would never pass the test. Wow, that's really, really cool. Now, okay, so for people that don't know, Mahjong, how much of it is skill and how much of it is luck?
I mean, that part also depends on the rules. So there's a lot of rule variations. So my league, they have something called official competition rules,
Mm-hmm.
and they really try to reduce the luck factor. So there's certain things, like there's always a bonus tile called Dora when you're playing, and if you have that bonus tile in your hand, then you like, double your score basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you declare a quad, then they add an extra Dora. And then if you reach and you win the hand, you get to look at more hidden Dora. So that creates a lot of luck factor, because since you can't see them, then it's just luck if that's going to be in your hand or not, the extra Dora. So my league has basically banned all of those for the official competition rules. So we just have one Dora, and it never you never get more or less. So they do different things to try and mitigate and then also they have like really long, like the qualifying period and the actual tournament period until the final table for tournaments is really long. It takes like a month.
A month?
Yeah, you have like the qualifier is one day, and then you have the actual tournament another day. And since it's only those ones are only on weekends, so they don't have it like 4 days in a row. And then they have like the best 32, and then the best 16, and then the best 8, and then the final table finally. So they try and make it as long as possible to also rule out the luck factor. Because if you just play one day, anybody can have a lucky day and win.
Yeah, it's like pachinko.
Yeah. So they're trying to kind of mitigate that, so they make the process really long as well.
Oh, I see. Wow, gosh, man, my goodness. I had no idea being a professional Mahjong player is so intense. Am I making you nervous?
No,
We're not streaming live.
I know, I'm a
Are you wet? Are you okay?
No, it was almost gone, so I was really lucky.
That's good, that's good. No. Listen. I'm a heavy drinker, as you fine folks know. And after about like 6 or 7 beers, I spill everything. I spill the beans, I spill my drink, I spill my soul. So yeah, don't worry about it. So being a professional Mahjong player, like this is your only job, this is what you do, this is what you love.
So yeah, there was a long time where I was playing Mahjong only. When I was 27, I ended up like pregnant, and I had a kid, so I started doing translation work to kind of make some extra money.
Does your kid play Mahjong? Not yet?
She says she's interested, but yeah, we've had a few lessons. I have another daughter now too, so I was a single mother at that time. Thank you. Yeah, so I was a single mother at that time, but that guy who told me that I should learn Mahjong, that got another girlfriend and dumped me. 13 years later, we started dating.
Oh my goodness.
So now we're married, so we play Mahjong a lot together. And sometimes we get the Mahjong set out and play with the kids a little bit as well.
That's cool. That's so awesome that you play like actual Mahjong with the kids instead of video games. Because I got a lot of friends that have kids, and it's just like, dad comes home, and it's like beer and like what was it called? Mario Kart.
I mean, we play Mario Kart together as well, but we play poker, like with actual cards.
With your kids? Oh my god! I would love that if I had kids.
Yeah, they wanted to learn poker, and
They wanted to? They're like, Mom, come on, we're poker kids.
Well, the thing is, I've worked in poker for like 15, maybe longer. Since 2007, I've worked in poker. So sometimes I've brought them to tournaments, because in Japan, the poker tournaments are not like 18 and over. You can't play in certain tournaments, but they have junior tournaments for kids that only have like stuffed animal prizes and stuff. And so I end up bringing them sometimes when I have to go to a tournament, and they see it, and the one said she wanted to play, and they said, well, there's a junior tournament. So yeah, she's like a little tiny elementary school kid, and I brought her in, and so I had to teach her at home. So we're playing poker at home to learn that, and poker and Mahjong. But yeah, but we also play the taiko drum game on Switch. And
that's cool. All right, awesome. This is a game family. That's cool. Oh my goodness. My family would just be covered with paint. I'm an artist. Oh my goodness. So let's see here. Okay. So regarding my questions, so it seems so exhausting to be like playing games all the time. What do you do in your free time to kind of like cool off your brain?
Like matching games on my phone.
Other games.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen that movie, The Wizard?
No.
Oh, okay. Never. Don't watch it.
Okay.
No. It's like an old movie about like Nintendo when like what you call it, Super Mario Brothers 3 came out, and what's his name? Fred Savage is in it when he was like a little kid or whatever. Yeah. It was like the movie that like changed a generation.
Okay, but now you're making me kind of want to watch it.
You probably should. It's super dated, you know. I mean, instead of like controllers, they had the Power Glove.
Yeah.
Remember the Power Glove
the
that
Power
never
Glove.
really worked? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. I'm a Nintendo generation. Actually, so, all right, I got a little game credit here. In my neighborhood, back in the day, we were all about Nintendo. And when Super Mario Brothers 3 came out, everybody in the neighborhood played Super Mario Brothers 3. And I actually got really good, and I got really close, right? So I went over to my friend Andy's place, right? So I went to Andy's place, and all the kids hung out there because his parents were never home. So we went there, and I went there, and I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna beat Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm like so close. And everyone's like, yeah, right, you ain't gonna beat it, whatever. So I was like, holy smokes, well, I really want to show them that I beat it. I need proof. So I went in my dad's room and I got his his camcorder, right? And I popped in a VHS tape, and so I played. And then when I got to like the last level, I hit record and I played it and I beat it and I got it on tape, right? I had the camera pointed at the big old school TV, which is the size of this room. And anyway, I recorded that, and then I went over to Andy's house and I showed everybody in my neighborhood that I was the first kid to beat Super Mario Brothers 3.
Wow.
I was the wizard.
Yeah, I remember we had to like unplug the connection to the TV but leave the Nintendo on because there was no way to save games back then. So for Super Mario 3, because it took so long, and I could never play that long in one day. Like I don't know, I was busy with other stuff maybe. So
I think you're the wizard. I didn't know this trick.
yeah, so if you leave the power plug in, but you unplug the connection to the TV, then you can watch TV, and the game will stay on and stay saved. So that's what we had to do.
Wow, that wasn't in Nintendo Power. Oh my gosh, and I had almost
That was the original NES, yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness, wow. Oh my gosh. Do you have any crazy touring stories or any crazy like Mahjong stories where like somebody did something like absolutely wild or something absolutely crazy happened or anything like that? Like, or is Mahjong very kind of like gentlemanly and kind of, I don't know if there's another term for gentleman, like professional, where everybody's very kind of calm and cool?
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I have a story. I don't know if it's crazy, but we'll tell a story.
Stories. All right.
So, I've been a pro for almost 20 years now, right? So when I had been a pro for about 10 years, and I was in Mahjong Fight Club, and I was playing on TV and stuff like that, I would go into parlors just randomly to play. And most of the time it was fine, but one time I went in and I said, okay, I want to play free. So free is when you go in by yourself and you just want to play with strangers. So I said, I want to play free, and the guy looks at me and he said, and he goes over and, like, usually they give you oshiwori, which is like the wet cloth when you go into like a restaurant or something. So Mahjong parlors always give this to you. And so he goes over and he opens it up and he lets out this massive sigh. He's like, he closes it and he comes back. He's like, have you been here before? And I said, not here, but this is my first time here. And he's like, do you play Mahjong a lot? And this time I had been a pro for 10 years, right? And I said, well, I'm a professional player.
You're a foreigner. You're kind of stick out, right?
Yeah, I said I'm a professional player. And he goes, are you Jenn? So he knew me.
Uh-oh.
But he just didn't believe it was me, I guess, showing up at the parlor at that time of night. So
he thought you were a tourist.
He thought I was a tourist.
He's like,
and I just,
got another tourist coming in here drunk.
That is exactly what he thought. Yeah, and then as soon as I said I was a pro, then he knew exactly who I was. And but then, like, you sit at the table and it's a lot of pressure, right? So you're like, okay, I said I was a pro, so I can't mess anything up. So luckily, that game, I won the game. I won the first game. I lost all the ones after that, but I won the first game, and that was all that I needed to, like, okay, so I'm supposed to be here.
You got street cred. Oh, that's wild.
So, yeah, there are some places that really just won't let you in if you're a foreigner, or you have to have a certain level of Japanese. So at this point, it's pretty much fine. I can go into almost any parlor, but yeah, some of them, they'll just, like, really side at you at first.
You gotta
until they know who you are, yeah.
Wow, that's wild. I didn't know about that. That's so cool. Okay, awesome. All right, wow. And your book. Tell us a little bit more about your book. So, all right, when somebody, and you should, when somebody buys this book, what should they expect?
I guess I want to introduce the cover first because my friend Christine in New York drew it.
Cool.
So she's a big mahjong player, and
fabulous artist.
yeah, she's really really good. So everybody on the cover has meaning. So the player here, this player on the back is supposed to be Garth. That we talked about.
He's all covered up.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Garth.
And then this is my husband who introduced me to the game that I told you about, and this is Ikue, it's the sister of my friend who was a mahjong pro that came and invited me to come to the league.
Wow.
So
great.
I sent Christine pictures. I have a triple of West because West is my favorite tile. I'm wearing it here also on my neck.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's like tons of meaning. This is my skull. I told you I love skulls. This is my little skull and crossbones logo. It's hard to
very
see
cool.
on my phone here. Yeah.
Skull and crossbones. Wow, wait,
Yeah.
are you sure you didn't go to Yale?
No, I'm not that smart and I don't have that much money. But yeah, so there's tons of meaning in the cover even. You open it up and it really just teaches you from the beginning how to set up the table, how to do everything. If you're playing online, you can skip that part and just get straight into like the hands. The hand patterns are all listed there and with explanations. There's also a bunch of essays. You see a picture of Gemma and me. Gemma is the chairperson of the World Reach Championship that is happening in Tokyo. I taught her to play in Taiwan in 2006. We were both studying there, and then she just decided to make it her whole life as well, and I think regrets meeting me because of that. But there's tons
You
of...
ruined my life!
Yeah, I think that she might actually think that. But there's a bunch of essays about my journey as a pro and about if you want to play mahjong, what your journey is going to be like and what you should do in your journey. There's quizzes, a ton of quizzes, explanations of how to score, tips of how to score, and then it gets into strategy in the middle. Those are the variations, the different rules that you can play with. This is, so this was Mr. Mahjong. Kojima
Mr.
Takeo,
Mahjong?
yeah. He was known as Mr. Mahjong. He was probably the most famous mahjong player in history in Japan. And I learned about him, and that's what made me want to join the JPML. And then I actually got to meet him. This is a picture of him with my daughter in Paris. And then we were invited to go to Kyushu as guests, and so that's a picture of us at Dazaifu in Kyushu. And then after that it gets into strategy. So it's basic strategy all the way up to intermediate strategy. And then people who want to continue their journey after that, we have a lot of we have a show called Prost on YouTube, which is where we look at games that people streamed online, and we bring in like a really famous, like good Japanese pro, and then it's completely bilingual show with full subtitles in both languages. So we're really trying to like create a lot of situations where the Japanese pros can interact with players outside of Japan and just kind of bridging that gap that was there before.
How cool is that? Wow, excellent. So this book is the A to Z of Mahjong.
Yeah.
So anybody that is interested in Mahjong or really wants to play Mahjong or actually has some experience but wants to get better should definitely buy this book. And I definitely want to have plugs to where people can buy this book into the show notes below. So just go down, go south, don't go west. And so you get the west joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you can definitely buy this book, and then they can watch your YouTube channel and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh,
so there's a Kindle version as well.
Wow, a Kindle version. Oh, cool.
Kindle version and the physical copy. I mean, it's most readily available in the U.S. because that's where the publisher is. But I think the Kindle version is available in pretty much all countries.
Oh yeah, Kindle's all over the place. So wow, that is absolutely fantastic. Now I'm gonna kill myself unless I ask this question. Okay, I heard that you're a break dancer. Is that true?
Where did you hear that?
It was in your bio.
Was it?
I didn't hear it. I read it.
I did breakdance at Kansai Gaidai. I can still do like the 6-step and a few other moves, but
really? Well, we're not gonna battle here. I mean, we're in karaoke. That'd be crazy.
I wasn't like a really great. I was a gymnast. And so the transition to breakdancing was kind of easy when I was at Kansai Gaidai. I joined the dance circle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I learned a few steps and then I would do flips and stuff like that.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
But yeah, I like breakdancing. I never got really good at it, but
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. I always appreciated breakdancing, but I could never do it. Yeah, but I mean, I can do the scarecrow. I'm a scarecrow guy. I can do a little bit of the robot. That's it.
I learned like the 6-step and the 3-step, and then like a hold on your elbow.
Oh, wow.
And then like a kind of back flippy thing. I don't know what it's called.
The back flippy thing. That's what it's called. Yeah. That's what it should be called. Oh my goodness. Well, Jen, I mean, I answered all the questions that I had for you. Oh my goodness. Is there anything else that you want to tell us? Is there anything else that you want to introduce?
No, I think that, we have a lot of English commentary coming up, and the World Reach Championship, the World Reach... So I run 3 YouTube channels right now.
3?
And they're all English.
Jeez. Oh, how exhausting. How do you have the time? How do you have the time? You've got 2 kids, you got a husband, you play so many games all the time, and then you do YouTube. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just record this, and I mean, we're pretty much really big audio. Like, I mean, we're kind of an audio thing, but still, I just take the YouTube videos and I put them up there and stuff just for fun, whatever. So if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, as they say. But oh my goodness, YouTube channels.
Well, we have our league just opened an English channel, so I'm using that to like I said, bridge the gap between the professionals in Japan and the players outside of Japan. Then I have my personal one, which is what I stream on, and we have the post show. And then I also am helping manage the World Reach Championship channel, which is where most of the professional commentary is. So yeah, they all have different themes, but they're all mahjong.
Of course. Yeah. Or breakdance. No, I'm joking. That's a different life, right?
Yeah, I know. If there was YouTube back then.
Oh God, tell me about it. I was a DJ for maybe 12 years or so. And I mean, that's when we did get phones, there were flip phones. So all the videos of me DJing and stuff, rocking out and rocking crowds is really bad, and all the photos are just so bad. So I'm like, I've got some proof,
It wasn't even easy to transfer that data over. It was it took extra plugs and things like that.
You had to burn it to CD, which took forever. Remember that? Oh my gosh, I think we're about the same generation.
Yeah, very close. Yeah.
Very close. Okay, maybe older. But oh my gosh, wow, that's wild. And okay, I do have another question. What is the future for you? I mean, it seems like you're just doing so many amazing things right now. Do you have a next step that you want to get into?
I mean, I'm not as popular as the younger women are right now, because in mahjong there's a really kind of an idol aspect.
Really? Uh-oh. Mom's home. All right, hold on.
5-minute call.
Hi. Ah, hi. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi, Suzanne. Hi. Very quickly. No, I'm joking. Take your time. It's okay.
Okay, so yeah, it kind of feels like there's an expiration date on women in mahjong in some ways.
What? How can that be possible? It's a game. It's not modeling or acting or something.
But there's a lot of modeling. There's a lot of idol sort of aspects with the women pros. So I think that my transition now is going more towards commentary. There's never been regular English commentary on professional matches, so we're kind of breaking ground on that.
You've been breaking so much ground since 2002. What are you talking about? I mean, you're breaking so. You should have a jackhammer in your bag or something. Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed by the way. I'm blown
flattering.
away.
Thank you.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of content coming in that aspect, and hopefully we'll expand the English commentary. And it seems like that's going to be my role, but you never know. Maybe I'll suddenly get really good and start winning more.
Oh my gosh, we can only hope. Fingers crossed, you'll do it. I'm not. No, there's no luck. It's fine. You're gonna be fine.
I think I need the luck. I think it's the other people that.
Oh yeah. Well, luck. All right, faders. Everybody, give her luck. Give her luck. Put it this way over here. Oh my gosh, Jen, thank you so much for being on Got Faded Japan. It has been such an exciting episode. I've learned so much. Faders, I hope you guys learned so much. Mahjong, I mean, I'm a backgammon kind of guy, but the thing is, though, I think Mahjong, now that I got the book, now that I got the power, I may be the wizard coming up. But I will never be as wizardry as you, I guess. But, oh my goodness, thank you.
Yeah, maybe it'd take 2 weeks and you'll just pass me really quickly. If you read the whole book.
She doesn't know me too well. But, yeah, 2 years maybe. But, oh my goodness, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it. I really wanted to do this sort of thing, so I really appreciate you just being so responsive and letting me hang out with you.
Well, anytime you want to be on the show, anytime, like if you got someone guest that you want to have on the show or something like that, totally cool. Got Faded Japan is for everybody. It's about cool people doing awesome things in Japan right now, so that is awesome. We do the news, but that's going to be the next episode. Faders, thank you so much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. You know what to do. iTunes, 5-star review, write something groovy, on YouTube, whatever, subscribe, whatever you want and stuff. And we do have a Patreon, so if you want to watch the raw and unedited episode or listen to it, it's all up there. And we have a lot of crazy stuff up there too, so definitely sign up for the Patreon. It supports the show. And Faders, thank you for coming here and fading with us. Stay groovy, Faders, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Thank you.